Hey, folks, welcome to Outdoors Live. We've got three of the four amigos here tonight so far. We got Mr. Steve Haulin Ash. We've got, of course, Stanley Orchard down here, and then Grant McIntosh is going to be joining us real soon. So you'll see all three of us here. I'm working on getting to the live stream right on YouTube, so I can see what you all are talking about over there.
I got it while you're looking at it. We've got Darren's Northern Life and Mr. David Martin hanging out. They were hanging out in the chat while we were hanging out backstage. We were chatting it up. It almost ran a little bit late just because we were having fun talking about the conversation. And real quick, before we get started, we're taking bets. What are the odds Grant wears blue?
Somebody's rocking.
There we go. I'm tuned in now.
I hope Grant wears blue just so we can have an all blue stage. But I bet Grant wears something Stanley Orchard. That's all.
Yep.
David Martin, drink in hand, just waiting. I'm glad you're here, David. Party is right here.
There we go. Now I can see the comments. Takes me a little bit longer than everybody else.
Mr. Martin saying he thinks Grant's going to be in black. I agree. Grant's probably going to be in black.
Could be.
I see Mr. Pete Pappas just joined us. Welcome, Pete. Glad you're here.
Hey, Pete. Good to see you.
Mr.
Pete's
Pappas,
the walleye guy on Detroit River.
All right.
You know,
and Lake Erie.
I'm kind of curious about this. My grandmother's last name was Pappas.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Well, you know, it's funny. It's like John's last name. My wife's grandmother, her maiden name was Andrzejewski. It's like John and I might be related too. Who knows? You never know.
Because the family changed the spelling of the name when they came over from Poland, my dad's family. So it wasn't spelled this way. This was like the Americanized way of spelling it. So we got OCD in the house. OCD Fishing is Mello. He's a local fisherman here in San Antonio. He does guide fishing, and he's been killing the whites on the white bass run down on the Frio, down off of Choke Canyon. Grant's listening. He's just trying to get home from his dentist appointment. I'm kind of hoping he's got the stuff in his mouth.
Right. I was thinking that too.
And maybe
hey, what's up, Mr. O'Neill? Appreciate you coming and joining us, man. You're always like spot on with it.
What's up, Brandon? Good to see you here. We're going to look for a blue shirt. Yeah, Grant, find a blue shirt. If you're listening, it's a blue shirt day.
It's less important than the cotton balls and everything else. That's what I want.
That'd be funny.
Yeah, I want him crying and gauze in his mouth, and
I want to see him all messed up from what is that gas that they?
I don't even know what it is, but it's
laughing gas.
Laughing gas, yeah.
Yeah.
Nitrous.
Yeah, there you go.
So what's new this week, guys? What's been happening?
I want to let Stanley start. What you been up to down there, too, buddy?
I believe I am finally able to say it. I am a member of the staff at TubeBuddy. I believe it is. From what I believe, I think I can actually say that now, and I'm having a blast with those guys. They are running me through the ringer today, doing training that I've done multiple times over already, but whatever. Just having fun with it.
Very cool. Congratulations, sir.
Yeah, appreciate that, man. I'm having fun with it.
That is awesome. Steve, what you been doing? I know
we're getting a garage. We're getting a garage built, and a couple things. They delivered the trusses today and couldn't get up the hill because of the snow and ice. So my son knows how to drive a backhoe, jumped on a backhoe, pulled him in. And let's see, the other thing was the header height was incorrect. The architect drew it incorrectly, so I got to go back and yank the headers out and bump them up another foot. And Jeff Bottom just joined. So, Jeff, now you know what you're going to be doing tomorrow. You're going to be helping me raise those headers up.
Raising the roof, baby. Raising the roof.
Jeff works for me now a little bit.
Awesome.
Yeah. Hey, Justin Randall, glad you made it. Another one of the Detroit area walleye fishing gurus.
Holy smokes, we got Michigan in the house. You guys get
Man, no kid. You guys are bringing in the Fab Five today.
right. You guys got some ice up there. You're starting to do a little ice fishing. I know the bay is still questionable in most areas, and the river maybe too. Detroit, Saginaw rivers, but people are doing it. So looking forward to seeing the videos when y'all get out there and start killing. I know, Steve, you were just out there. I've seen some photos of a bunch of brim. So when we go see the video, my brother,
You're going to see a video that I did last week with Jerry Toner. Her and I went out with Jeff Bottom, and then my son Steve and grandson Aiden joined us. But I did make a video of that. The one that we just did yesterday, we went out ice fishing down lake south of here. I didn't even shoot any footage whatsoever. And my grandson caught his very first fish through the ice, which kind of, damn it, I wished I would have got that. But, it's cold, and I left the camera back in the ice shanty, and I got a million excuses why I didn't get it. But the next video I've got is going to be Jeff, Jerry, and myself, and my son and grandson. Catching bluegill.
very cool. Looking forward to seeing that.
I tell you what, I'm not going to lie. It's South Texas. We are in the dead of winter right now. It's like freezing, super cold down here. The 75 degrees is just, I can't handle this weather. I went out and bought a bag of tilapia just so that I could feel like I'm experiencing what you guys are doing.
Yeah, it's even above average for us down here. Usually we're in the 60s this time of year, at least in San Antonio. And yeah, we're up in the 70s, trying to hit 80s. That looks purple to me, guys. Oh, it's blue.
Hey!
Yay! Oh, everybody's right.
I said Stanley Orchard shirt, so I win.
You did.
Well, I was driving home still in my work clothes, driving home from the dentist whenever I was listening to you guys. Actually, Stanley said, I'll bet, and then I was going past hot spots, so it cut out. I was like, what's he bet? What's he bet? It was all in suspense.
Oh, I said, I bet on black. I bet you're going to wear black.
I see Ed Mose, the owner of crappie.com, is in the house now.
Mr. Mose, pleasure, sir.
See,
Welcome, Ed.
And the Nailer. Of course, Darren's here from Darren's Northern Lights.
Shredded.
Talk about ice fishing. Darren, he's probably been ice fishing for months. It's so cold up there in Canada. But yeah, so here's the deal here in Texas. So Stanley's bragging right now, but by Friday, at least here in San Antonio, it might not get out of the 30s.
Really? We're going to have that cold?
Yeah, we got a significant cold front coming. But I'm looking at Florida Keys where I'm going to be on Friday. And
Here we go again.
Yeah, I was waiting for it.
Yeah.
I had to do it, guys. I had to do it. I'm sorry. Oh, man.
Luck to you.
Don't worry about it, John. We got plenty of things to be saying while you're over in the Keys. You should, everybody right now, everybody who's watching this, understand the live stream that happens while he's in the Keys. You do not want to miss that live stream. It is going to be entirely dedicated to talking shit behind John's back.
Wait, I'm going to try to be there so you guys can't talk too much smack. I'm going to try to be there. Now, I can't guarantee it because I'm going to be in the Keys with family and friends, and that I got to go by what their schedule is. So, but we're bringing a laptop. I got the phone, of course, so I'm going to try to iPad, all that junk. So I'm going to try to be there. Just depends on what we're doing and if I have Wi-Fi. And I see, so you guys see Jason Williamson on there, but actually the person is my granddaughter, Avery. That's my I love you, Papa. I love you,
Avery.
I'm glad you got to jump in and see. I appreciate you coming in.
That's awesome.
It is awesome.
I get from my this is just like I love this. This is wonderful, and this is totally reminds me of this. on some of my when I went to Wisconsin last summer, we filmed some videos fishing with my nephews and my brother-in-law, and had just a blast. Just had so much fun doing all those bluegills and everything, getting to experience all the stuff that you guys talk about. Had so much fun. Well, since we were filming, that side of the family that's when they kind of realized, like, oh, he does YouTube. Like, we might have heard about it, but nobody watched the video and stuff. And, I'm not trying to push it on them or nothing. Right. So we did these videos. I filmed with my nephews and stuff like that. Now, all of a sudden, about once a week, I get these messages from my sister-in-law where she's saying, like, cool vid, good job. But then, like, 10 minutes later, I get another message. It's like, hey, it's Bryce. Like my nephew jumping on her account and leaving comments on the videos. And every time I see that, just like this, I just get tickled about it.
Yeah.
I see Miss Jerry Toner made it. Speaking of the lady that I went fishing with, there she is.
Miss Toner?
She got her first bluegill through the ice. Actually, she caught 3 bluegills through the ice yesterday.
Nice.
She asked me if I would help her put her ice shanty together, and it's one of these great big. It's almost like the biggest one you can buy. So sure, bring it on over. We'll put it together. So we spent 4 or 5 hours putting it together. I'm thinking, man, this thing is big. So her and I, we were like a team of horses pulling that daggone thing, big shanty, out onto the ice through about 6 inches, 8 inches of powder, and you can just see the powder, the snow. We're pulling the shanty. It's not like just on its skis. We're pulling it through powder. Oh, I got my workout on that one, but it was worth it. It was fun.
Cool.
Snowmobile wouldn't pull it?
I didn't have my snowmobile. She doesn't have a hitch on it yet, so I didn't even take my snowmobile. So
heck yeah.
Yeah, we will do that next time. Her and I pull that big shanty out. Mosier boy, how you doing, David? See you're in the house.
What's up, man?
What's up, Mo?
So we had good ice too. I mean, that's always a scary thing. You guys are talking about Saginaw, or John was talking about Saginaw River a little bit ago. I got an invite Tuesday to go to Saginaw River, but I declined because it's like anywhere between 1 to 6 inches of ice, and I'm not getting on that.
Nope, I don't blame you, brother.
Yeah, me neither. That's why I live here.
That too. Yeah. That too. So OCD, he's harassing me about taking him with me to Florida, Mellow. But I already seen his live stream yesterday, or no, he did Saturday because of the Super Bowl, and he's heading down to the coast here for his birthday with another guide. So I know you're gonna be down there saltwater fishing, so I don't even want to hear it. His wife didn't know. That was fun to watch during the live stream where his wife is finding out that he's getting invited to go fishing. I don't know if he's getting to go fishing for real or not. We'll see.
Justin Randall's saying wants to go spearing through the ice. I don't know about that whole ice thing. That doesn't sound too pleasant. However, you're talking about spearing fish. You're speaking my language there, man.
Justin, there was a guy out on that lake that we went to yesterday that had his coop all set up. And as we were coming on the ice, he was leaving. And that's what he was doing. He had a big hole cut in the ice, and he was spearing. He got one northern pike. It's fun. So.
Yeah, the only person I can think of that spears is Weekend Warrior, Justin. No, he's got a few of those videos. Be fun.
You spear bluegills, or are you going after like bigger stuff with that?
Pike and stuff, right?
Are they
northern pike? Yeah, muskie, I guess. I don't know. Only thing I've ever done, it's when I lived in the Upper Peninsula, is speared northern pike through the ice.
Yeah.
You have to bait them in and then get them, or
yeah, you got a decoy. In fact, I had one sitting around here. You got a decoy. Let's just say you're in 15 feet of water, and you cut a hole in the ice. Oh, I don't know. It's bigger than a hole. It's a rectangle. Mm-hmm. And you got this decoy, and you just pull this decoy up and down, and the decoy will swim in a circular motion as you pull it. And in the other hand, you got this spear like a trident, and it's kind of stuck in the ice, so it's got a place to rest. And you'll see that northern start to swim in, and then when it gets to your decoy, that's when you throw your spear down the hole. Darren, I'm sure Darren's Northern Life has done that. Has to have.
Darren, if you're in the chat, I'd like some confirmation on this, dude. I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little bit behind. Had a lot going on. I'm a little behind on watching everybody's videos. And Darren, if you have posted a video like that and I'm not aware of that, I apologize, but I'd like to see it.
Heck, I still hadn't watched Darren's last crappie fishing video. I seen that thumbnail and
I did. It was good.
missed. I need to watch it.
Bow fishing. Has any of you guys ever done any bow fishing?
No.
I want to. I've not done it.
Story on it though. My wife knows what I'm going to tell. So, my brother-in-law, her brother, that's going to Florida with me in May to fish. He's my fishing buddy. When I go to Michigan and he comes up there, he's a few years younger than us, but he's not young. He just retired from the Air Force a few years ago, so he's not a young pup. But when he was a young pup, he was out on his canoe with one of his cousins, and he had the bow and he had the real thing on it all set up. And they would shoot carp and stuff like that, and reel them in. And one time, a line
I'll be right back, guys. Give me 1 second.
The line got caught on something or whatever, and he shot, and that arrow came right back, and not that tip end, but the knock end went right into his thigh. And of course, he's a teenager, right? He's a little bit freaking out. He's telling his cousin to pull it out. Philip, the cousin, is like, I ain't touching it. And so they had to paddle this canoe back to shore and walk with this arrow sticking out of his leg back to the house. So that's, and I wasn't even there, but just him telling that story, that's the one experience I know about with bow fishing. So you see tons of people with videos doing it, especially down here in Texas for pike or for gar and stuff like that. But all I can say, I guess, is be careful, because that sucker's going with a lot of force, and there's anything wrong with that line, it might just come back to bite you.
Yeah, I've never been bow fishing, but I'm gonna try to this spring. Try to get into it with a few people.
That'd be cool. That'd be cool. And to hear now, I don't know everywhere else, but here in Texas, usually when they're doing that, they're doing it at night. So they got basically a John boat type boat. They got a big deck on the front with railing, and they got bright lights mounted on that deck. And then they're just cruising along, watching for whatever and hitting them.
Mm-hmm.
Justin says, we shall go bow fishing, Steve. I'll take you. Well, that would be an experience because I've never done it. I'm not much of a bow hunter anyway, so you're going to have some teaching to do first.
Then we need some video on that. That'll be fun.
I'll be the guy with the arrow will come back and hit me in the thigh.
I want to see those guys. Did y'all talk about it while I was gone, the Asian carp?
No, we did not.
Oh, that is the whole reason I want to learn to bow fish is for Asian carp.
Shoot them flying through the air.
Yeah.
Yeah. You guys ever come across those? Y'all run into them?
Oh yeah, I've got at least one duck hunt video, if not two, where they come flying in the boat early morning.
I've seen people fishing with like just baseball bats, just sitting there on the back of a John boat or a little bass boat.
Yeah.
We haven't got those near us, thankfully. Hopefully they don't get this far up.
Yeah, not yet.
Yeah.
Steve, you got to sign a liability waiver first. I love that.
Yeah, I'm not sure if you could get in trouble for whacking them with the baseball bat and posting a video by the DNR Conservation Police.
I don't know. That's probably one you'd look into before you do it. I don't think so, just because they're invasive species.
And they're so invasive.
Yeah, because like here, the plecos, the Cosmos, the armored catfish or whatever, if you catch those, here, Texas Parks and Wildlife says throw them on the bank. Let them die. Don't put them back in the water. So, that goes against everything else they teach you about, conservation and releasing fish. But, yeah, they don't want them in the water. So, tilapia, if you catch them in one body of water, like these are power plant lakes, we use tilapia. They grow, they're there, right? So we use them for bait for catfish. but you can't get tilapia like that for bait and then keep them live and take them somewhere else. So you got to be careful with that kind of stuff.
You know what's an interesting one? I'd love to do a video about this, but it's a really well-kept secret. There's a lake or a pond or something outside of Corpus Christi. I don't know where. I'm trying to find this out, but it's been stocked with piranha. I am dead set on doing a piranha video.
Knock yourself on that one. Knock yourself out on that one.
Okay, so here's the challenge for that one: is you really want it to go off well, is you got to be in the water with them.
Game on. I mean, I would much rather be in the water with stuff than doing the eating fish videos I've been doing.
Chum the water a little bit.
That's how I did my shark fishing video this summer. I'm game.
I'm excited, and then
I got this.
Okay.
There's a reason God gave you so many fingers. You got backups and spares.
Me too. But,
Yeah.
So you'll chum the waters for shark and dive in the water to get a video, but you won't go ice fishing.
Ooh.
No. I didn't say I wouldn't go ice fishing. What I said is yuck. There's a difference. Mr. Tagerson, sir, appreciate you coming and hanging out with us, man. It's an absolute pleasure. It is cruelty to animal. Okay, yeah, so they would have an issue with you baseball batting some Asian carp. Depends on how good of a swing, on what your batting average is, I suppose.
Gentlemen, I've got a refill, so I'm going to leave you three to take over the charge until I get back.
Oh, we're talking PETA now. That's a whole other bag of worms conversation right there.
Yeah.
I would assume PETA would have some things to say about that. But then they're also, going to have issues with hooks in general.
Right.
Probably the whole process of the spear.
Yeah. Game on for Asian carp. Shotgun. Shoot them as they're going. You'd be good.
That would be fun. That would be fun.
Yeah.
I mean, they do jump out of the water, but it's got to be a certain vibration with the motor, or most of the time you can just see them going across the water. But they do jump out of the water, especially if they feel cornered, I guess. If you're coming up.
Is it much air time when they're out of the water? I mean, is it just like in and out? I mean,
it varies. I mean, like if we're breaking ice, the vibrations of breaking ice, sometimes they'll jump through the ice. They'll just hit the ice and slide across the ice because they don't fall back in that same hole. I mean, they come completely out of the water.
What an idiot fish! Like, how did this thing survive as such a species, such an invasive species?
Mm-hmm.
Pulling that nonsense, like what in there? That's like, well, okay, I'm not going to take this political, but there's a political joke to be made there.
There's Doug.
Hey, what's up, Weekend Warrior and Nicholas Puyat? Good seeing you guys.
Hey, Nick. Hey, Justin.
What's up, guys?
Justin Randall. Someone needs to do a hog hunt from a helicopter. I've been looking into a hunt like that in Texas. That would be cool. That really would be cool. I'd love to do that.
I haven't done that one, but everyone and their mother does that down here.
Yeah. Cha-ching, cha-ching, though. You're not going to go.
I bet it's expensive.
Yeah. It's a lot of money to spend on shooting a hog,
Exactly. It's got to be, you just want that experience because it's worth all that money just to shoot a hog.
You could literally shoot one out of your front yard on a good day.
I'd have to go buy a gun first to do it, I think.
Do you not own a gun?
No, you're not supposed to have guns, right?
Oh, yes, that's right. Yeah, I got you. Because so had that conversation the other day.
Yep. Oh, there is some sweet videos on it. I know. I seen one. There's a guy up in a helicopter with like I don't know what rifle he had, but it's like it was a night vision. As they were flying along, they had the night vision light on the hog, and you'd see pop, and the hog would roll, and he'd go on to another one and another one.
Is that legal? John, can you do that? I thought hunting at night was illegal.
No,
that's not to say people don't do it, but
it's legal on hogs.
it is. Okay.
Yep.
I wasn't aware of that.
Coyotes are the only thing here you can hunt at night.
$2,500 a person for 2 trips.
Crazy.
John, we're in the wrong business, bud.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, when do you guys get a helicopter and a pilot license? And
You know, I'm sitting here talking about buying a boat. Need to be buying a helicopter.
I know a guy that's a helicopter mechanic and a pilot.
Hey, talking about buying a boat, Stanley, I found this guy. I forgot his name, but he's a YouTuber that I just found in Corpus that uses a panga, and he's fishing the ends of the jetties. He went out, him and his dad and his panga. They're catching big red snapper. I'm like, dang, and a panga. But you know, those things are built for going out there. I guess not a lot of.
I agree
at all on that boat.
Dude, I haven't posted the video yet, but we did a fishing trip down in Cozumel, and we took out a little cigarette boat, you know, real similar to those pangas. I'm sold. I'll take it.
Worked out pretty good.
Worked out just fine. I mean, it's the most, like, I don't even know how to describe it. The boat is like exactly what you would expect if you were to go to, I don't know, like Costa Rica or Tahiti or something. It's the boat you would expect to be in fishing, and it works just fine. Like, it's perfect. I don't know. I don't understand why there's not more cigarette boats in the area.
Hey,
drugs. So
Nicholas Poyat says his manager at the plant does helicopter hunts for hogs. So there's our in right there, right?
Is it
singing.
is it Audrey? What's
Avery?
Avery, I got to address this. So Avery, you said scared of ice, but you're not scared of sharks. You're scared of liquid that turns into a solid, but you're not scared of a man-eating shark. I feel the need. I'm being called out here. I feel the need to address this. I'm not scared of ice. I don't like ice. It's not comfortable for me at all. Sharks, I've spent a lot of time in the water with sharks. I consider myself higher on the food chain. We're buddies.
Oh, sing a song. Oh, I don't sing, so you ain't getting that from me. I sing solo. Solo, you cannot hear me sing.
That was good, Steve. That was good. Me too. Singer in public. That's for sure.
Oh, Aaron Tager says we just got done using thermal on a hog. Oh, okay. I'm sorry. I misread that. I thought he was saying he had thermal on a drone. I was about to flip my lid on that.
Yeah, the one time I did hog hunt, it was feeder set up with lights.
Yep.
Then at a certain time when the hogs come in, they trip the lights. So it was a night hunt for hogs. So I know you can do it here in Texas, but you know they're trying to get rid of the dang hogs.
Yeah, they're everywhere.
Yeah.
We get them.
We don't have them here.
The drive from here to from Beeville to Skidmore, which is where Rachel works, there's probably a hog on the side of the road every day.
Yeah, we don't have them here yet.
Do some damage.
Yeah, they do. They'll mess up your car.
Mm-hmm.
So I got a guest here. My son, Steve Jr. You want to come sit here for a minute with me?
Yeah,
come on in.
Bring him in.
Hold on, buddy. This is my oldest son, Steve Jr.
Will he smile?
Well, he'll probably smile. You won't get Chris to smile.
You can't give him a hard time about that, man. The boy catches fish.
He does. Yep.
All right,
So
Steve,
we're just
smile for him.
Pleasure having you, man.
How you doing? Good to see you, brother.
I seen you.
And my wife too. Man, come on in here for a minute, honey. Wants to get the whole family in.
Bring him on in.
Bring the whole family in, Audrey.
Here we go.
Hello.
Hey,
Hi
Jude.
there.
How you doing?
Good. How are you?
Good.
Yeah.
Audrey
Hi,
said
Audrey.
we heard you.
Bye, guys.
Oh, Jerry Toner says, "Hey, Steve Jr." Got the whole family here. So carry on. We're talking about doing a hog hunt, and I know this guy would love to do one.
That's a good conversation to be having, talking about hog hunts. I didn't realize they went that far north. I didn't realize you guys had them up in Michigan.
We don't here where I live. I've never.
We supposedly do. We just ain't found them yet.
Yeah, okay.
You're
not missing much.
Yeah, they'll spread. Good Lord.
You want a beer, son?
No.
I mean, once you got them, you got a million of them, and you can't. It's like we're talking about those Asian carp. They're the same way. The hogs. In fact, half the hogs we have down here are an invasive species. They've just been invasive for so long, no one cares.
Yeah.
The feral hogs.
Yeah, part of my problem with the whole hog thing in Texas is you'll see Texas Parks and Wildlife and the news and all that. Oh, these hogs are horrible. They're tearing up people's property and doing all this bad stuff. We need to get rid of them. And then you're like, I'll shoot some hogs. Okay, if you want to come on my property to shoot some hogs, it's $100.
Yes.
You're going to charge me to get rid of a pest that's tearing your. It sounds like maybe, or getting a helicopter and pay $2,000. I don't know. They turn it into a business, and so that's why I don't hunt hogs.
Yeah, they get that. That's dead serious about that too, because everybody. I've had that conversation a half dozen times, if not more, in the last few years alone. People complaining like, "Oh, they're tearing up my land and they're messing up my, they're messing up my neighbor's farmland and stuff like that." They have all these problems. I'll tell them, man, I will take care of that problem. I will go out there. Okay, yeah, no, that sounds cool. You got $200. Well, this is a different conversation that we're having now, isn't it? Because your neighbor will do it for $150. I guarantee it.
No bounty on them.
Yeah.
You guys, John and Stanley, you talk about that hunt that you were going to do, and I never remember what it's called. This guy does.
Oh, the Neil guy?
That's it.
Yeah, I'm doing one of those in 3 weeks. I'm going to be hitting up some Neil guy.
Definitely jealous of that one.
What's that?
I'm definitely jealous of that one.
You guys make your way down here and I will set that up. We have a very strange and unique set of circumstances that allows for it to be a very easy thing to do down here, and it's free.
Oh, wow.
You want to drive or should I?
Yeah, there you go.
We're going to plan that out.
That'd be fun.
Yeah. Well, I will say it is fun. I've done this one once before, and I did it on my own, where me and my dad went out, and he stayed on a boat. I went hunting, and I ended up walking 14 miles, something like that. And like I spent the whole day walking, looking for them. I did it wrong, but that was an exceptionally hard hike to be doing, because it's not like flat land or nothing, beach. It was like through dunes and knee-high grass, and it was a rough hike. I was beat up at the end of the day. It's not how you're supposed to do it. I didn't do it right. We're going to do it right at the end of the month. But yeah, it's grueling, but it's fun.
I'm looking forward to seeing some video on that. So Avery's
Trying
saying
to figure that out.
that she needs more money, so I should sell some fishing stuff. You heard
Stanley,
him all right, Avery. Papa don't
Stanley,
sell.
what caliber rifle are you using when you do that hunt?
I'm weird. I don't do a whole lot of hunting, and my hunting that I do is weird. I do a 45-70 government.
It's monster.
For that.
That'll work.
It's a saddle gun, so I don't have, I don't have distance on. I'm dead with it. I can pop quarters at 100 yards. So, and it's got a caliber to it.
Grant going sideways on us.
Hey, Grant.
Grant.
Oh.
Hey, Heaven's Gate. How are you guys doing? Jason, your comment got hit. I'm sorry, not Jason. Avery.
Heaven's Gate Cherry
Guys,
Farm.
could you hear that vibration or not?
I'm scared of weird things, Avery. I'm not going to lie. I don't like ice. I have no problems with sharks, but I hate spiders. Piranhas are okay, though.
I don't know.
Well, fun meeting you guys. Just want to pop in and say hi. Best of luck to all of you. And also let you know that you guys are my son's hero. I always hear about it left and right and everything. And he keeps on saying how he wants to get down and go fishing with Grant and everybody else. So best of luck to you guys. Pleasure talking with you. Take care.
Yeah,
Anytime, man. Anytime.
absolutely.
I think that's the most words he said all day.
ain't paid by the word, just by the hour.
He says he ain't paid by the word, just by the hour. Oh,
Hello, Heaven's Gate. Thank you for stopping in and saying hey. We appreciate you. Let's see. OCD says, yeah, for as many hogs that are down here, if you really want them gone. Yeah. There's so many here in Texas that you just have to issue everybody a rifle and say, okay.
Everyone who has an issue with it, they'd be out there shooting them themselves. Yep. And the second you want to step foot on someone else's land, then that's where the money gets involved.
Yep. Oh, let's see. New person, Mr. Rick. Hello.
Hey, Rick, what's up?
Mr. Rick.
Yeah, what are we afraid of? So for me, when I was little, I wasn't afraid of any kind of bug, spiders or nothing. But I'll be honest now, I don't mess with spiders much. If I don't have, I'll kill them. And snakes really don't scare me. We had pet snakes when I was young.
Yep.
I think of what I'm scared of.
I don't do spiders.
Wolf,
that's about it. Spiders and like large cats, like tigers and stuff.
Yes, that kind of stuff. And actually, wolves worry me more than bears. If I was up north somewhere and there were bears in there, okay. But if there are wolves, pack animal, they can take you down in a heartbeat.
I agree with that. Pack mentality scares me more than an individual bear.
Exactly.
When I was working up in the Upper Peninsula, the job that I had was to measure off a distance. I was a project manager, and we were putting in underground fiber optic cable. And every once in a while, you'd have to measure off a distance. Well, this is way up in the Upper Peninsula in the northwest corner, almost to Minnesota area. And so I get out of the truck and I'm measuring off a distance, and I just kind of feel this funny thing off on the side. You get this thing where you feel like something's there. I don't know how to explain it.
I already don't like where this is going.
Yeah. So I get done measuring the distance that I needed to do, and I'm headed back to the truck, and there's a wolf down the road. And I'm thinking, that's when the hair on the back of my neck stood up, and I'm thinking, uh-oh, this won't be good. I'm out here all by myself. I got nothing to defend myself. So I walked back to the truck, and they left, or it left. I don't know if there was more. The next day, I walk into the safety director's office, and I says, what's your policy on carrying a gun at my work? And he says, do you have a concealed carry permit? I says, yes, I do. He says, I'd be carrying that doggone thing. So from that point, I did. But it was an eerie, scary feeling. And the thing about being scared, what am I afraid of? The only thing I'm really afraid of is snakes. My brothers put a snake in my boot when I was like 4 years old. So I go to put my boot on, and there's that damn dead snake in there. And from that point on, I've been terrified of snakes. But
I'll tell you, walking out to a blind in the dark, or walking back from a blind in the dark, knowing you're in an area that has any predators, mountain lion like we do here in Texas now, or whatnot, and you're in the dark, and you hear a little snap, and it's probably a dumb squirrel or something, but your mind immediately says there's a mountain lion about to pounce on your back.
A big javelina.
Yeah. That's why walking out to the blind, you might have that little light on I'll have that little light on my hat, and I'll have flashlight too. And I'm doing because that is a little spooky. Even wild hogs, if you're
they'll tear you up.
Blind and you don't know, and you walk in the midst of them, they will jack you up. So that's probably one of the things. Walking anywhere in the dark with any kind of predator in the area, potentially.
Yeah, they when I was doing the oil field down here, when I was going out on location and doing that kind of stuff, which wasn't very long, but I've done it a few times, and we'd go up to those locations, and they're in the middle of nowhere, and sometimes right across the border from Mexico. There's some weird things out there that you don't want to come across. And we asked them about that. Like, are you allowed to carry a gun? And we weren't allowed to have energy drinks. Like, you couldn't have a Monster on you. And so that was sketchy, and we weren't allowed to have guns. But that's not to say that people didn't have guns, because sometimes screw the job.
Yeah. Got to protect yourself for sure.
Yeah.
I got a question, guys. Normally, when I put a comment up, it'll have my, my angry walleye. If you look down to where I commented, it's just a blank, at least to me. Same thing up above there, Heaven's Gate and John's illustrations. Is there a reason that your avatar isn't showing?
I can see it. I can see yours. There's both.
Yeah, I can see it.
See, there again, it's my damn computer.
Yeah, that's it.
That's it.
Don't worry about it. John's illustration. One time I agreed to a prayer, and that night I saw the angel of the Lord. It was crazy awesome. Well, that's cool, John.
So Heaven's Gate says he's headed up to Lake of the Woods, Minnesota. I said I'm envious, but you know what? That would be a trip of a lifetime.
That's supposed to be really awesome.
That would be cool. I'd love it.
I looked at another device, and the icons aren't working on, the avatars aren't working on that device either. So it's not just you, Steve.
Okay.
You know what that means? YouTube's they're updating something.
That's possible.
Cross your fingers and hope it's a good thing.
Yeah.
Gators. That's another one I want to. I've done gator. I did it as a result of a friend of ours who had a ranch down here and needed them taken care of and wasn't going to charge us to go do it. But that's the only time I've done it, and I'm dying to go back and do it again. Gator tastes good.
Yeah, I've had it passing through Louisiana. Stopped at a restaurant. That's the best.
Mm-hmm.
When we went down to Louisiana crappie camp a couple years ago, they had gator. Oh yeah, it was good. I liked it. And the people that have it all the time, it's like, not such a big deal, but I sure liked it.
The same way people are about chicken.
Everything
tastes have it all the time. Everything tastes like chicken.
That's right. 14-foot gator down there. OCD, dang, that's big. I think me and Audrey were on Choke Canyon going up in the river, and there was a big one. I mean, his back was that wide out of the water. I think he was probably about 12 foot, and we followed him around a little bit. So 14-footer, that's just scary big. And like he says, there's people out there on kayaks. I'm like, I don't know about all that.
One we ran into in Port Aransas was an 8-footer, which is not outstanding, but you don't see them in the middle of the city down here.
Yeah.
Staying right on the ice like a home on the ice, 7 feet of ice right now. 7 feet of ice.
Whoa.
$239 for 3 days. That's not a bad price. I'd go for that. That's 7 foot of ice, man. You'd have to have extension after extension on your auger to get through all that.
Yeah.
That's a lot.
What do you do? Does the water come up to the top of that, or are you actually aiming down through 7 feet of ice at whatever fish you're going to spear or drop down to fish?
It fills with water.
It comes all the way up to the top of the ice?
One way to keep
I'm ignorant. I don't know.
Yeah, John.
So what's the question, Stanley, about the 7 foot of ice? You drill through it, and then what? Does the water come
If you
up
got
through
7 feet of ice, when you finally reach water at the bottom, does the water stay at the bottom of the ice, or does it come up to the top?
It'll actually come up to the top. Probably it'll even spill over onto the top a little bit. And you take this scoop, it's got holes in it, and you take all the ice shavings out of the hole. So you got a clear, there's no more shavings in the hole. And a lot of time, if you're in shallow enough water, like we were yesterday, you can actually see the bottom. We were 13, 14 feet where we were at. You could see the bottom. So the water will still come up through the hole.
That's insane. 7 feet of ice for 14 feet of water.
No, I'm just saying where we were.
That's
fishing,
excessive.
we only had like 8 inches of ice, and then we were 14 foot of water, 13 foot of water. But where he's going, man, drilled down with a fish finder.
They said they got 30 feet of water. So 7 feet of ice for 30 feet of water, that's a little bit more manageable, in my opinion. And I don't know anything about it. So
that's a lot of ice.
That's thick ice. Well, good luck on your ice fishing there.
Mm-hmm.
Catch a
Heaven's Gate, are you going to be doing a video of that trip? Definitely want to watch it.
I would like to see that too.
Yeah, definitely.
I want to see a picture of that ice.
No, he's got some fishing videos. I remember them catching some smallmouth last year.
I know that he lives close to me. I'm thinking I want to say his name's Larry. I'm just not really good with names.
You're right.
He lives like an hour and a half from me, but he's got his cherry farm up by Traverse City. So I'm guessing that he's probably catching them nice smallmouth bass up in Traverse City.
Can't remember where they were, but it was like there was a dam or a spillway or something. I remember them catching a couple different trips. Justin says if you have a lot of snow weight on the ice, it will push water out of the hole and flood the ice.
Yeah, that's
Interesting. So is he drilling just a hole? He's not like cutting the hole you're talking about for like spearing? Is that right?
What's that, Stanley?
Is he just drilling a hole to fish down through? Or is it like he's not cutting like a big hole like you were talking about for spearing them?
If we're pan fishing or walleye fishing, I got an 8-inch auger. So I drill an 8-inch hole. If you're spearing for pike, well, then I've, cut a rectangular. So I'm going to guess that probably Larry has got an auger that's going to drill probably 8 inches for walleye.
I guess he says you can do both. What are you guys going to be doing? If you don't mind, giving us a little heads up prior to the video. Because I'm curious. I'm dying to know more about this. This sounds intriguing. I didn't know any of this.
I'm telling you, come on up. We'll take you. You would love it.
Yeah, I would. I had a blast in Wisconsin.
We'd make sure that you were dressed warm. That's the first thing.
I'm warm.
Yeah, it sounds like they're going to be doing a guided trip. They're paying.
So I guess the guide does that for you then. I didn't even think about that.
How's it going, Swampy Acres?
What's up, Swampy?
I'm not sure if John's illustrations is asking me. He says, were you Army and what rank? I'm wearing an Army hat, and no, I wasn't really in the Army. I was in ROTC. Happened to be I was going down to Florida, and there was a rest area that we went into, and they were selling all kinds of military stuff. And I went up, told the guy, "Thank you for your service, appreciate it." He says, "Were you in the service?" I said, "No, just in Army ROTC." He said, "Well, you should have an Army hat." So I wasn't going to argue with him. I bought an Army hat, but I was never actively in the service, just Army ROTC.
I was.
Yeah, John was. Yep.
40-inch walleye. Holy
What? 40-inch walleye?
Holy no. That is a big walleye. I don't know what my best is just because they've always been just average walleyes. So, yeah, I would have measured it if it was that big. So, I know I've never got nothing near that.
I wonder if that's a typo. I mean, at 30-inch walleye, 40, really, Larry, 40-inch walleye? That's got to be a world record.
What size hole do you have to like drill in order to pull that thing out of the ice?
8-inch hole.
Yeah.
You still slide it through an 8-inch hole.
Yeah. Swampy Acres in the house. How you doing, Swampy Acres? Good to see you.
Hey, MBA.
My buddy, Roland, the bearded buddy. I'm late. Heck, I'm late for my own lives. Hello. Glad you're here.
You made it. That's what matters. We still got 10 minutes to talk good stuff that you're here.
He says he's late for his own live. We almost were. We were like, oh, shoot, we should be live right now. It's like a minute after. So
we were already sitting here talking.
That's true. We were all backstage just talking. All of a sudden, I think Steve said, should we be live now? And I looked up and the counter was on 0. I was like, yeah, we should be live now. We're learning.
All right. If Heaven's Gate is like literally like they're sitting here claiming up to 40 inches, I do want to see this video. I'm very curious about this 40-inch. Obviously, that's not a guaranteed thing to get a 40-inch walleye on this trip they're talking about, but I still want to see it.
I'm just going to say this. Justin Randall, if you're still in the chat, and Pete Pappas, if you're still in the chat, you guys have been, we've been real happy just getting 28, 30 inches. We need to go where Larry's going for that 40-inch one. That's huge.
Yeah.
He must step up his game.
I put Justin and Pete way up here. They're catching these big walleye, but Justin and Pete, man, you're going to have to step up your game now. Wow.
Yeah, according to Wikipedia, 42 inches is the record.
Really?
Man, we got that 40-inch redfish about a year ago, and I can't even imagine.
That's not it.
That's a beast of a fish, man.
It is.
Yeah, Justin says 33 is my best. That's typical. I mean, that's not typical. I've never caught one that big, but I see it quite often. People are in that 30-inch and bigger walleye around here, and those are big pigs.
I want to say my brother-in-law, his PB was about 30 inches.
Yeah, they say average maximum length is 31. So
I'd be happy with a 31. My personal best is like 28.
there's Mr.
Justin promised he was going to get me a bigger one this year, though.
There's a trick to it. What you do is after you catch them, take your fillet knife and put it down in between every single vertebrae, all the way down, and then stretch them out.
Like an accordion. Oh, playing hooky. How you doing? It's going good here.
Oh, that sounds like playing hookies in the house. Good to see you, Swamp Acres.
Justin Randall says he got a 33 on Lake Erie in Canadian water. I wonder if they get bigger up that way. You got thoughts on that?
Maybe.
Well,
I would think they'd be bigger down south.
They swim from Canada to Michigan. So our border is very close. I mean, when we fish the Detroit River, it's like you can see Canada in the river. I mean, you're in the river. It's maybe 10 miles wide. You can see, well, not even that wide. You can see Canada, so it's still Canadian waters if you cross that line.
Mm.
Grant, you catching any crappie?
No, Rick, I am not. I have not been. We went the first Tuesday, I guess last Tuesday, and it wasn't no good for us with minnows. So hadn't been back since. Just had other stuff going on, and now it's freaking cold. So
Cold. What is this cold you speak of?
Cold.
Justin says he's got to run. See you next time, Justin. Thanks for stopping in.
Good seeing you, man.
Swampy Acres in the house. How you doing, Swampy Acres? Saying what's up to Grant.
What's up, Swampy Acres? Good to see you. Not much. It's going. That's about it. Just going.
John's illustration is asking about our continents.
All right.
Nobody's
So Texas down there in the corner, down there.
Texas.
Michigan
right there, and Illinois is right there.
Continent-wise, we're in North America.
Yeah, North America.
Where you at, John's illustrations?
He said something about UK, if I'm not mistaken, earlier.
Oh.
Hey, Grant, your shirt is in the mail.
Appreciate that, David.
He was saying that he had got his, so I guess John's illustrations, you do some traveling, right? Yeah, you're the one that was saying you got 33-incher up in Canadian water. So what do you guys get over, if you're in the UK, if we got that right? Yeah, you're down in England. So what kind of stuff are you getting over there? I'm gonna just go ahead and be ignorant on this. I'm curious if you guys have, I'm asking if you guys have walleye or a similar species.
What do they call them in other countries? Zander? Isn't that the name for a walleye in some of these other countries? Is Zander? Zander?
No clue here.
I think it's Xander.
Brandon O'Neill, Bigfoot, mountain lion, and elusive aliens. Wow. Always keep an eye out in Texas. Okay, Brandon.
Yeah.
Xander.
Plain Hooky just responded, Xander. Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, I hadn't heard that before either.
Yeah.
But Xander is technically a different species.
Is that like pickerel and pike?
Yeah, that's always confused me. They're the same dang thing to me. They look alike.
They're similar.
Yeah. Yeah, they look alike. I mean, I've never seen a pickerel. I was like, oh, that don't look like a pike. Xander are like walleye on steroids. Okay.
So how big do they get? Now I'm curious. I'm gonna have to go. I'm gonna have to go across the pond at some point. Go do some fishing over there. I've always wanted to go to Africa. What am I gonna catch? How do I catch it? And how big does it get?
That'd be neat to go.
Piranhas.
Right. Whiting. I'm gonna go over there and I'm gonna eat a jellyfish. Is what's gonna end up happening.
You don't know what he's talking about. He has eaten a jellyfish. So you can go ahead and check out Stanley Orchard's channel and see.
Back in the old library.
All of our links are in the description below. All 4 channels. You go down there. Of course, you got mine, right? Because you're here. But all 3 guys down below, click on the link to their channel and check them out too.
Justin Randall just backed up what Plain Hooky said, that they're their own species, the walleye's cousin. You got the walleye. Okay, so the walleye, you got Xander as a cousin, and also, if I'm not mistaken, the yellow perch is also a cousin of the walleye.
Well, what's the other one? Sauger?
Sauger is another one, and that's kind of, I've caught a couple of those. It's kind of like a walleye, but it's got a different pattern or splotchy color on its side.
When I see somebody catch a sauger, it looks just like a walleye. I'm like, you sure that's not just a walleye? But yeah, there is a difference there, I guess.
Yeah.
I don't think they get as big, but I don't know.
Canadians call walleye pickerel, even though pickerel are their own unique species.
That sounds like our kingfish and whiting Atlantic kingfish deal.
Or head, we're down here, they're a saltwater fish, and up in Michigan, they're a freshwater drum.
Yeah, that's another one. Same with the sheep's head.
Do jellyfish taste like a night crawler? Asking for a friend. Well, Grant, Stanley.
I missed that comment. If you imagine, you want to know what jellyfish tastes like, it's actually not that good. Yeah, imagine all of the worst things you've ever eaten in your life, and it's like a combination of all of them. It's absolutely terrible.
How'd that night crawler taste, Grant?
Like dirt. Gritty dirt.
Did you burp up that taste for like days on end?
No, I washed it down with beer. Lots of beer.
You know, that was so fun back in the day. I know John, I remember that. John copped out on it. Remember he ate bacon or something like that?
Yeah.
Look, it wasn't a cop out. I said I would eat something, and I ate bacon. I'd never
ate bacon.
Something else other than bacon. So
you eat bacon like 4 times a week.
Yeah, and your point.
I got to say, dude, those are some of like my most fondest memories of like the entire YouTube thing. The entire like last 5 years. Some of my most fondest memories are when everybody did 1,000 subscribers. We all did it at like the exact same time, and we all had like it was just so much fun. How Grant was doing worms, Darren was doing what he ate like a minnow or a goldfish or something, as I recall.
Minnow.
Is that what he did?
Minnow.
That's the whole reason I had to do jellyfish, is because I felt like I had to take it up a notch. John did his bacon; he kind of put me in my place.
I was so far behind you guys that I never reached 1,000 until a year later, so I never got in on that.
Oh, so you owe us a weird thing to eat.
Oh boy!
Yeah, thanks for bringing it up, Dave.
I don't know what it would be.
We can pick for you.
Got a suggestion? I'll take it into advisement.
I got plenty of jellyfish.
No.
I'll send you some.
All right, gentlemen, we have done our hour. It is 6:01. It was a very lively chat and live stream. I appreciate everybody that came in and hung out with us. Any of you guys I got a video coming out tomorrow. It's finally going to come out, the why I upgraded from the DJI Mavic Mini to the Mini 2. It's coming out tomorrow. Any of you guys got anything coming out for the folks in the next few days? Or if you had something come out today that we don't know about, share now or forever hold your peace.
I don't have anything coming out.
Yes, he
Not
does.
planned, but Jerry Toner, she says, please make Steve eat something weird. It's his birthday.
Oh,
That's an ongoing joke on Facebook. About 3 times a year, I'll say it's Jerry Toner's birthday. Everybody wish her a happy birthday when it's really not.
good one, Jerry.
Oh, something weird. We'll think on that one.
Yeah.
We can get in on this, Jerry. We'll take care of this. We're gonna go ahead and pull the reins on this. We're gonna take care of it on our end.
All right, you guys got anything?
Just I got that video coming out with Jerry Toner and Jeff Bottom that I told you about earlier on. Bluegill, it's a multi-species with some underwater camera footage.
I see.
That's it.
Tomorrow I have another day in our adventure down in Cozumel. It was the worst part of the entire trip. We had a whole nightmare experience. You don't want to miss out because I could really use the ad revenue to help pay for the insane expense that I incurred while I was down there. You can check that out in tomorrow's video.
Awesome. All right, folks. It was nice having you all here, but you got to go home now because we're closing up. Peace out.
Have a great day, guys.
See you later.